Yeah, hey, all right.
How many more you need?
Yeah, you know, we're hoping for a big turn. Hey,
We're gonna have a big turn.
we are. TexarkanaFYI.com, Horn Hog Radio, and Old Man and Dog Coffee now. New sponsor.
Hey, sounds great.
Hey, we're, you know, I hate to say we're excited about this, but we are excited at the opportunity to help with this young man's story.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very true.
Very true.
we're down here on the green, on the lawn. I don't know what Joe.
On the lawn.
Yeah, on the green, on the lawn. Joe called it something the other day. I thought that was a good one. But June 12th, benefit for Blake. We're talking about Blake Sampson. Tell. Most everybody knows the story.
Okay.
Not everybody.
I don't want to tell it myself because I get.
I
Okay,
can tell
we're
you,
here.
she can too.
I'm sorry, Jeff. The sun's in my eyes here, so I'm gonna kind of shade my face a little
Yeah.
bit. We're here to talk about Blake Sampson. He's a 2-year-old little boy. He was.
No, you're gonna have to put your hand down. You're gonna have to muscle through.
All
I'm
right.
gonna wear my hat.
All right. We're here to talk about Blake Sampson. He's a 2-year-old little boy. His grandparents and father are my neighbors. We live out in Genoa. On April 24th of this year, he was in Dallas, Texas with his stepfather, and his stepfather beat him. He is now in Children's Hospital in Dallas, Texas, and he is fighting for his life.
This is little Blake Sampson. How old is he?
2.
2 years old. I'm gonna tell you what we know. We know that he was beaten, savaged. We know that he was drugged with his face on the floor, on the carpet, his ear torn from him. We know that
He was
bitten.
on his back, his legs, his arms, just about every part of his body was beat up.
He's in surgery today for urology too, so if everybody can pray for him, we sure appreciate that as well.
We need a lot of prayer for this young man.
Yes, we do.
The plans are we're wanting him to come home.
Yes.
We're bringing him back here.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. I mean,
Well, with the grace of God and prayers, he's making small improvements every day. You know, even if they're just little bitty improvements, they're still improvements. He's got a long road of recovery ahead of him. But the plans are to bring him home, and he's going to need long-term care. He's got some traumatic brain injury.
now the last that I had spoke to the grandmother, he was still in the medically induced coma. That
He
was
still
before,
is.
But he did kind of come around, and they were able to get some MRI results back. And
Yes.
he is going to need some long-term care. We know that.
The MRI wasn't good looking when they come back because he had head trauma on both sides of his brain.
I'm sorry, everybody knows Al Green.
Not really.
Man, that's terrible. Al Green and
Lisa Downs.
Yes.
And now I guess we put together the event page for this happening June 12th here at Crossties on Broad Street. We're out here on the patio now, the margaritas and daiquiris, what do we call it, frozen rail?
Frozen rail.
The frozen rail. But you know, we're gonna have a big, well, it's all right here. Poker run. Tell us about that. And of course, Dwight Neville Memorial Fund. You kind of took that up. There are a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people just. I know you took it up, but a lot of folks put it on you too. So.
Yeah.
Well, we know if Dwight was here, I mean, I knew Dwight personally, there would be no question.
He's always been about all of our kids.
Right.
He has.
No matter what the situation was.
Yeah, from the Water Springs.
Toys for Tots, everything.
What a good man he was.
Yes, he was.
And he'll be here in spirit. This is going to be on June 12th. Food trucks will be out here. We'll have the regular vendors, JRs. I know Shucks will be open. But we'll have some food trucks and other vendors out here, food vendors.
We're going to have a live band.
Yeah, I know that there's
Two
actually,
live
I was
bands.
fixing to say there's actually, right now, let's say, because we're a little less than a month out, but right now there's 2 bands. I know there's like 5 bands wanting it. There's so many people that are wanting to do something. And if that's just come down here and let the kids play on the bounce houses for a little bit, at this event.
I
That'd be
spoke to
awesome.
Red River Record Service today too, and the gentleman that owns Optimus Prime and the Hulk, they will
Yes,
be here
yes.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
They will be here as well.
Okay, very good. Red River Record. So there's going to be a car and bike show, though. You're helping get all that together right now.
Yeah. The what's her name?
Kaylee Faye.
Kaylee Faye is the one putting on the car show. The bike show we'll put on. They'll park in the middle of the street, cars on both sides.
They shouldn't be Facebooking and driving, but
They ain't
Right,
no
I mean,
doubt.
they waved at
yeah,
us.
share.
Hey, put your phone down, drive safe.
We're gonna do a
What about
poker
the-
run. It's gonna take about an hour and a half to get it done.
And it's only $20 to do the poker run, but the auction. So we've got a lot. I mean, there's some really neat stuff already, but folks that are wanting to get involved, maybe you've got some items, services, something that you could put up in the auction.
Yes, sir.
What's
Donations.
what's the best way to get a hold of?
Well, they can
should they-
contact me at
I've been
90.
giving out Al's phone number
Hey, that's okay.
for a good time call.
For a good time call
She did
out.
too, so.
It'll be rough, but it'll be a good time. No, my number's 903-293-8981.
293-8981.
Yes, sir. And if I don't answer, leave me a message. You can also reach me on my business phone, Q Country Grooming, at 870-653-6061. I mean, anything is greatly appreciated. Whether
Yes, and listen, so that's the live auction that I mentioned, but also I do like the 50-50 tickets, you know.
Yes.
I won out at the racetrack one time.
If you
What'd
win
you
this time, we're
What
calling
did
it
you
rigged.
win?
Hey, rigged.
$20?
We're going to put it right back towards this little boy right here.
I understand.
That's right. Yes,
But
sir.
benefit for Blake, make plans Saturday, June 12th, from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. Y'all know Al, so it could be 11 o'clock at night before we actually.
Oh no, we got to be out of here by a certain time. We've agreed with that with Crossties, so we got to
We
stick
can be
to
a
that.
little bit past 4, but we got to be picked up and ready to move out.
If you're down here to make donations to little Blake Sampson, we'll be here all night long if that's what it takes. So, Crossties on Broad Street.
This is for medical bills. What this is for.
This is so.
There's gonna be really expensive medical bills from now on.
This is
going.
long-term care.
Yeah.
Okay, and but the plan is once he's able to be transported, we want to get Blake back home.
Yes.
We're bringing him back to Genoa
Yes.
and to his daddy
Yes.
and grandparents, and bless his heart, it's just a terrible, terrible thing.
And the baby's mother's also from here in Texarkana, so we want to make sure she can get back home as well.
That's right. I mean, it's a tragic thing, but I know that there's going to be some resources down at this event. On the green out here on the lawn, what we decided was
We'll call it the green.
Crossties inside, but I know there's going to be a number of local agencies, some resources for some counseling. There are resources to try to keep this type thing from happening.
You know, Jeff, if I may, I've started a petition, and you can find it on gopetition.com, and it's called Blake's Law.
GoPetition.com.
.com.
GoPetition.com. Blake's Law.
Yes, sir. And I am prepared to fight this all the way to the streets of Washington, D.C.
Tell us about Blake's Law.
Blake's Law, we are asking that the law be made that if you abuse a child in a felony offense, that you forfeit your right, your constitutional right to have a bond set. Now, I know there's some little sticky things there with constitutional rights and all this, that, and the other, but hey, whatever. But I did some research, and there are 730,000 kids a day in the United States that are beaten to this degree. And these people walk free. They get a slap on the wrist. This gentleman, I will call him for lack of better nice words, he was picked up for the warrant, and 24 hours later he made complete bond. And so while Blake is fighting for his life in a hospital room in ICU in Children's Hospital in Dallas, this man walks free. And we don't want that to happen. This law is not only about Blake, the law is also about the children before Blake, and unfortunately those after.
Let me clarify why. I don't know why he was picked up first time he was picked up, he was under a $10,000 bond, and they popped him out in 4 hours, just like that. I mean, it was nothing to it.
No, it was 250,000.
That was
The
the
first
second.
time,
The second
the
time,
first
yeah.
time they picked him up,
Yes, sir.
$10,000. The second time was $250,000. 2 days later, he got out. Just walked right out the door.
Listen,
The law works in mysterious ways, but we have to kind
no,
of
the
go
law
with
is
the
not
law
that
now.
mysterious. And the law and justice are two different things. I'll say this to you: there are no deaf, dumb, and blind men in prison. So
No.
we're just going to leave it at that. Justice
sir.
finds a way. It ain't always the same as the law.
You know, and speaking of
But-
justice, we're also going to have decals made that
This
are going
ain't
to be.
this ain't right. Blake's law. I like that, but listen, I'm going to tell you where I stand. Children, old folks, and dogs. You know, I'm all for taking away folks' constitutional rights, taking away freedom over just hurt. Talking about this to this degree right here, and they just walk out like that.
Walked out within
It-
24 to 48 hours. He was free on bond.
You cannot have that happen. We cannot allow that to happen. I hope we'll get a lot of people down here. Go petition.
.com, and it's Blake's Law.
But
I
June
checked-
12th, we'll be
I got
down
a
here.
number for you.
We'll have some. What's that?
I got a GoFundMe page.
Yes.
I put it up.
Okay.
That's on my line. It's on my Facebook line.
Okay.
Yes.
All they got to do is pull it up, put whatever they want to in it. We need all the money we can get in from everywhere.
Yeah, this is going to be. I mean, he's basically been on support
Since the 24th of April.
All right, so we're going to plan on this Saturday, June 12th. Anybody, everybody, individuals, organizations, businesses, come on, y'all. We can do this, and we'll do this for Blake. But I want us to get together on this, so we don't have to be doing this for no kids here.
Yes, sir.
It just
It's sad that many children are abused to that degree and on that level on a daily basis. It's really, really sad.
A lot of kids in Texarkana get abused, and there's nothing ever said
Yeah,
about it.
that doesn't
because
count.
People won't talk about it.
That's
there are resources here in Texarkana. They are going to be here on June 12th. We'll have plenty of folks around here. You don't have to
Car
worry
shows,
about.
bike shows.
You don't have to worry about
vendors, food.
who sees you talking to who. If you know what I'm saying.
That's right. You sure don't.
You don't have to be scared of who sees you talking to somebody down here. Not on June 12th. We'll make sure of it.
That's right.
So, but man, yeah. Thank you, Miss Lisa, Al.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
We'll
Yeah,
be talking
thank
about
you.
this again as we get a little bit closer, because as more people come in with this and have things they want to put up for the auction,
Yeah, they can make sure to contact me or Al.
or as bands are added, or
Yes.
what have
I mean,
you.
it's going to be a big event.
Sure, come on and make it as big as you want it to be.
And we got some special things going on that day. Some really, really special things going on that day. Judge Kathy Harrison with Miller County is doing a proclamation that day, and we're making June 12th Blake's Day.
Fantastic.
Yes. I mean, there's going to be some big, exciting things going on, and we're doing this for the love of Blake.
Look at that sweet smiling little boy right there.
And he
Let's-
loves monster trucks.
Let's bring him home and get him home as quick as we can. But June 12th, that's the day we're going to meet up down here at Crossties on Broad Street. All right? Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.